Sports at Night is recorded in front of a non-existent studio audience. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Sports at Night. Real fans, real talk. Guys, we're on our 40th episode here. What? Yeah, I was checking it out and everything. And by the way, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I'm your host, Todd Knight. And I got Jevon Superman Miller joining me in the flesh with the big S. Yeah.
40th episode, man. I'm almost as old as many as we've done as episodes,
I
man.
just had a birthday, so I'm inching closer to that 402 now.
Wow.
Not 402, I mean 40 also. If I'm getting close to 402, man, I am aging really well.
Well, you know what? Here's the good thing about it all, man. We some good-looking old brothers, man, so I can dig that.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I think the show keeps us young, too, because, I get to talk about everybody. It makes me feel youthful.
It makes you feel youthful?
Yeah.
I'm glad. It kind of helps me feel youthful, too.
Yes. I think we're living like a little childhood dream doing this.
We are.
Yeah, I like that, man. I don't want to stop, Todd. I want to do this until we're like 90. Even though by that time, for sure, it'll be flag football by then. It'll definitely be the NFFL for sure.
Yeah. It may be like robots and stuff playing at that point, too. Or like, some Terminator-like cyborgs or something crazy crap like that.
That'd be cool.
It kind of would.
Yeah, until they turn on us and take over the world.
Thank you in advance for that one, Skynet. Anyway, as always, guys, our show is brought to you by Paul McMurray State Farm.
My man, Paul.
Where the only thing better than the policies themselves is the service you'll be provided with.
Wow.
And, of course, gotta talk about the dew.
The dew is always fly on Big Paul, baby.
Loving them curls.
Love it, baby. Big Paul, I'm going to holler at you soon, baby.
Please do. Do. Call the number on your screen and get yourself a free quote today. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Hit them up. All right?
Hit them up.
You know who else got hit up?
Who that?
The Jets. Jets. By who, you ask? On Thursday, the Cleveland Browns.
Woo!
The Browns notched their first win since December 24th of 2016. That's right. Christmas Eve of 16 was the last time the Cleveland Browns had won a game. And guys, before that 0-16 debacle that they had in 17, that 16 season I'm talking about, that was their only win that year. So they've only won 2 games in the last 35 that they've played.
Wow.
Now, I'm not a mathematician by any measure of the imagination, but I'm willing to bet the percentage of that, the winning percentage is pretty god-darn awful, right?
Man, do you know what happened in 2016? My son was born in 2016, man. He's 2 years old, man. What the...
There's been a lot of things that, just think about the way the world was whenever the Browns won their last game. It's pretty crazy to think about that. And
wow,
I'm gonna give credit where credit is due here on this one, man. The Jets, at the time that Tyrod Taylor had got knocked out of the game, suffered a concussion.
Right.
Jets are up 14-0.
Yeah.
In comes Baker Mayfield, the
May.
number 1 overall pick. A lot of people question that, and very understandably so. Wins the Heisman in Oklahoma last year, does just a phenomenal job, has that it factor, comes in a 2-touchdown deficit, and what does he do? Leads him to victory, 21-17. The Browns, once Baker comes in, they go on a 21-3 run, and and find a way to make the Jets Jets LOSE lose.
Yeah.
Jets came crashing down that evening, man.
Yeah, they did, and I have a thought process on that, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
It's kind of like LeBron was the savior for the Cleveland basketball team. The people of Cleveland look at Baker Mayfield as their savior of their football team.
Okay, so it's
Right.
exit LeBron stage left, and in comes Baker Mayfield
Baker
center
Mayfield.
stage at this point.
And as much as I love Tyrod Taylor, because I think he's an excellent quarterback,
This is no longer his team now.
it's not at all. And I think the fans wanted this, man. I mean, number 1 overall pick. You want your number 1 overall pick on the field playing, and they were excited,
Especially as a QB.
Oh man, come on now. They were excited from the moment they got him. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like the fans had to warm up to this kid. They were excited when they got him. They couldn't wait till he got there on the field, and finally opportunity presented itself. And the kid got out there and he lived up to the hype. But once again though, he lived up to the hype because when you prepare to play a football team, most of the time they prepare you to deal with the quarterback that you're going to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And the backup quarterback is a side note. I feel like Baker Mayfield's shock value probably won that game more than his talent. Nothing against his talent, but I think the shock value. I think the shock value of him coming in, and then the defense like, ooh, wait, we prepared for Tyrod Taylor. We're talking about 2 different quarterbacks here, man. 2 different skill sets. Now we got to switch up what we were doing to try to stop Baker Mayfield.
I completely agree with that, and I was actually having a conversation with a converted Browns fan yesterday whenever I was leaving work.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm going to give you a shout out to you on that one, Jason Hodnett. And I'm throwing this out here because we got to talking about it a little bit and everything, and I'm basically going to paraphrase what you said to a certain extent.
Right.
Whenever Baker Mayfield came into the game, the defensive coordinators, they didn't really have any time to really prepare for him. They had no film to go off of other than what you did in college.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, you can kind of say the preseason a little bit, but the playbooks are so, plain Jane vanilla at that point.
Right.
You can't really scheme for that.
No.
Well, he took a lot of guys by surprise. I think that's very, very fair to say.
Yeah, I think the shock value definitely got him.
But now it'll be really interesting to see how things go in the next game, because not only do defensive coordinators have time to prepare now, they actually have a week and a half to prepare because of the fact that the game happened on Thursday.
But sometimes it still take a while to get used to a new quarterback getting in there.
Look
how long it took the league to get used to Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick had 2 years of a good run with the 49ers before they finally caught up with him and finally figured what he was doing. Let's stop him. Your own Dak Prescott. Yeah. Look how long it took everybody to finally catch up to Dak Prescott. Now we know what he does. We know what he's capable of doing. Let's shut it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it takes a while to mesh to these quarterbacks. So Baker may have a nice run for a minute. You know what I mean? Before they finally figure out a scheme to stop him.
Mm-hmm. He's got some weapons to work with. -1 now. Ugh.
Yeah.
With Josh Gordon getting traded over to the Patriots, that's just one of those things. If I get a little sick and we cut the show short, that's probably the reason why. Just giving everybody a heads up that this might get a little bit more condensed than what we would like for it to be.
Well, yeah, and it's really cool because Trahan isn't here, so whenever you say Patriots, I can say what I want to say. And whenever you say the P word, I get sick anyway. Because I think
pizza.
No.
We all love pizza. It starts with a P.
Nah, when I think of Patriots, I think of puke.
Oh, okay.
I think of
of the the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I think of puke.
All right. So let's hop off of this real quick. Because but again, a big sports at night. Round of applause for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, man.
Finally getting off the schneid, notching their first win in for freaking ever.
Hey man, I can never diss the underdog, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard
dissing the underdog pound.
Yeah, exactly. Hey man, I know there's somewhere probably up in the skybox, Jim Brown had a big old smile, or it's about as big a smile as you're gonna get from Jim Brown, which is probably about like this.
It cracked.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take like some...
yeah. You know, because Jim don't like to smile, man. That's a hard man, brother. You know,
that's true.
But I know Jim felt real good to see them boys win, man. He had to.
Yep. Yeah, had to. I mean, there's a lot of Cleveland legends that were very, very ecstatic, and obviously the fan base, man, they've been starving for this for an extremely long time now, and for once, I mean, the promo going into this game actually lived up to its billing.
Right.
HOPE. And I'm throwing out a lot of spelling here and everything.
Right.
I mean, but the introduction of Baker Mayfield spells out hope.
It does
for this
man.
franchise.
Hey man, just like a Superman symbol, it's hope.
Yep.
Baker. Hope.
True that.
Bring them home, Baker. Bring it home, baby. Get them to the Baker Mayfield. If you get them to the playoffs, brother, you have Rookie of the Year sold up. You won't.
That's a fact and a half.
You will not have any competition for Rookie of the Year at all. I mean, if you get the Cleveland Browns to a playoff, you can lose. It don't matter. To a wild card, you can lose. You are MVP, Rookie of the Year.
If he gets in contention, I think that happens.
It's Rookie of the Year, man. Let's see what this kid got. But man, if he can do that, oh man,
well.
It's gonna blow me back.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but there's a couple of guys that obviously are not going to be getting Rookie of the Year for obvious reasons. Neither of which are rookies, but they have been lighting the league on fire here for these first two games.
Oh yeah,
and of course I'm talking about the early season, way too early season MVPs right now. I'm talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic.
That's waiting on a patent, I'm pretty sure, or a trademark or something. There's going to be like a little RTM next to his name at this point.
Hey, man, look, I thought his name was Conor McGregor, but okay. I
can see that. Because he kind of does look like him.
They look like brothers.
Yes.
For sure.
And also Patrick Mahomes. And I'm gonna turn this over to you really quick.
Okay.
Come
on, talk to me.
Who do you have, at least out of those two individuals? Because I don't think there's any debate as to which two guys are the early season MVPs.
Oh yeah.
It's just a question of who you think actually would have that distinct honor right now.
Well, first off, I gotta simply say that both of those boys are balling out.
True that.
Okay, it's.
Sorry. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
It's so fun to sit back and watch this.
Right? By the way, that incredibly adorable, loving voice that you just heard, that was my wife. So I just want to. Oh, okay. So it was muted. Never mind.
Well, you guys didn't get a chance to hear.
Disregard my previous statement, guys. We're gonna just go ahead and just keep rolling on here.
Unlucky for you. So
exactly.
Right. But here's my whole thing, right? So I can't give it to Mahomes. And the reason why I can't give it to Mahomes because I believe if Alex Smith was still on that team with the weapons that they have, Alex Smith would be doing the exact same thing. He would be lighting up the scoreboard. With Kelsey, with Hill, he would have the weapons that he need. He already showed it. The man had the best season of his career last year. So
that is true.
So I believe Alex Smith would be doing the exact same thing Mahomes is doing now. So I can't give Mahomes MVP, but I can give Fitzmagic MVP because Jesus Christ, man, how good do you have to play to take a man's job? As good as Fitzpatrick is doing right now, man. He is taking it. Winston, just go ahead and sit on the sideline and drink you a cup of coffee, baby, because that's it. It's a done deal, man. This man is out there playing with complete confidence, throwing the ball with complete, it's almost, you would think it's reckless abandonment, but it's not because his passes are making touchdowns, man. And
I like that.
I mean, wow. It's, whew, man. I mean, this dude. He just. I thought he was good with the Jets. I've always liked Fitzpatrick, you know what I mean? But the Jets didn't have the system.
Harvard mountain man kind of guy.
Yeah. I like
He's from Harvard, obviously.
You're right.
And if you ever listen to him, you're just like, okay, yeah, obviously this is a smart guy.
Yeah.
With that beard, I mean,
the beard,
the
mountain
seriously.
man beard looking like a Viking, hairy chest. Oh, speaking of which, Fitzpatrick, do not show us that chest hair again, man. Oh God. Woo, man, boy, you look like a bear, man. Like he is fuzzy, bro.
Yeah.
Or a Yeti. But man, he just looked like a Viking, bro. And he plays like one. I mean, the man is pumped up. What it was, I think, was that which game was that when he got
Buccaneers or Pirates?
It
So he's kind of got a little bit of a piratey kind of thing right now going on.
Right. Well, I'm trying to figure out. It was one of those games where he got hit late. But he threw a touchdown, and the hit didn't even matter. And he took the hit, and he was like, yeah, woo. He like did a discount double check thing. And I was like, wait a minute, man. Did you just got helmet to helmet? Don't you have a concussion? He didn't care. He was like, yeah, I just threw a touchdown. Ah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because he's old school like us.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yes.
Can I get an amen, damn it? Give me an amen.
Amen, brother. Oh, man. Good. Fitzpatrick, man. I think you might have a small fan sitting over here, bro, because I like your kind of quarterback. Your kind of quarterback reminds me of that Brett Favre that we miss. You know what I mean?
Minus the arm. I mean,
well,
because Favre had an arm of his own right there.
Favre had a cannon, by the way.
Yeah.
But still, you know what I mean? The way Fitzpatrick throwing the ball, you'd think he had a cannon. I mean, he just chunking that thing in the air.
And like you were talking about, I mean, he's exhibiting a whole lot of toughness. That I mean, you don't really see so much in players in general anymore, not just at the quarterback position.
Oh yeah,
but
in any
players
position.
in
Yeah, any position. You're right, man. He's an old school throwback, hard nosed quarterback that I like, and he has made a fan of me, just like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins did the exact same thing to me. Kirk made me a fan. I watched this hard nosed tough guy, man, and he just with this passion, and I was like, oh, I like me some Kirk Cousins, man. Mm-hmm. And right now, I'm loving me some Fitzpatrick.
Okay. All right. You have anything else to add on the Fitz, man?
Oh, man.
On Fitz Magic?
Just keep
right here.
I mean, just keep playing how you play, bro. Who they got next? They got somebody next. It don't matter. Just keep playing how you playing, man. It don't matter if you lose your next game. You can lose your next 2 games. If you keep playing the way that you play, you have Winston's job, man. It's over.
Especially, I mean, if they go 3-0 here, and we'll get into all that a little bit later.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But yeah, you made a lot of really, really good, valid points for Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
And understandably so. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves here. And I got them on my phone here.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to check them out. I'm just going to run through them real quick here.
Let's see what we got, baby. Talk to me.
Against the Saints, 75% completion percentage, 417 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Jesus.
In the dome.
Jeez.
Right? What do? They win that game 48-40. It was a crazy shootout that was very, very entertaining to watch, regardless of what you wanted the outcome to be.
I wish they had the stat on how many yards he threw, how many times he threw over 20 yards or better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd love that number as well.
Because he threw a lot of bombs in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what does he do against the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles?
Ooh, he dismantled.
81.8% completions. 402 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. That is 819 passing yards right now, 8 TDs, and 1 pick. That's phenomenal. That's freaking phenomenal. I mean, it was enough to make Jevon get up and walk off the set. I mean, but seriously, guys, think about this for a second. Here's where I'm jumping off.
Good.
Here's where I'm going to jump off, though.
Okay, come on, talk to me.
Fitzpatrick has a history of doing really well for stretches of games, and then at some point hits a colossal brick wall.
Okay.
It's going to happen at some point this season.
Right.
I truly, truly believe that because history has a habit of repeating itself.
Yes,
I remember back whenever he was with the Buffalo Bills, he had gotten to a 4-2 record. This was back in 2012. One of those wins was against New England. New England is all excited. They're jazzed up, or excuse the Buffalo Bills rather. Excuse me. They're all excited. They're jazzed up. We're like, man, we got ourselves our best quarterback since Jim Kelly. They are so stoked. What happens? Signs a 6-year extension, $42 million. I mean, that sounds incredibly pedestrian nowadays.
Man.
But, back then,
it was
that was
nice.
still
Yeah,
really
that was
good
nice.
money.
Yeah.
What happens? The bottom falls out.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bill bottom barrels out.
It be that money, man. Money
Damn, that was a lot of B's. We went crazy with A's last show. Now we're doing the B's.
We're gonna go
tune in for the next episode. I promise you, we're going with C's.
Well, you know what? My son is going through the alphabet at the moment, so he might want to tune in. You know what? No, son, don't, because your dad's on the show. Don't tune in. But hey, man, you know that money just dampens everything, man. I bet you he would have still been balling if he wouldn't have got that big old deal, man.
Who knows? Who knows? But he did follow it up nicely with a few seasons with the Jets.
Oh yeah, he had some good seasons
very
with
well.
the Jets. Yeah.
But here's where I'm going to make the case for Patrick Mahomes. Everybody is Fitzmagic is surprising everybody, and it definitely deserves a lot of talk, a lot of kudos, a lot of praise.
With less weapons than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay.
However,
I like to add that in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. But right now I'm going to go with Mahomes.
Okay.
All right. There's several reasons as to why, and I'm going to get into each one of them.
Okay.
All right. He is a first round pick. And now he clearly has the reins in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. We like Alex Smith, but talent-wise, Patrick Mahomes is an upgrade over Alex Smith.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
And younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Fresher.
It's a business. You have to constantly be thinking about that. The man, he can go out there and on the dead run, throw a 60-yard bomb as if it's just simply a flick on the wrist.
Nice arm.
He has... Patrick Mahomes has... There's only one other quarterback in the league I feel like has an arm that could rival his, and that's Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, the cannon that is attached to this man's shoulder.
Yeah, and the
Phenomenal.
kid throws with accuracy, too.
And you know what? He is now the youngest quarterback in NFL history to throw for 6 touchdowns in a game.
Yeah.
He's in some elite company right now. That also includes Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I know. I know. I definitely are.
I went through the numbers for Fitzpatrick. I'm going to do the same thing here for Mahomes. He goes against the Chargers. Pretty good defense, but they were without Joey Bosa.
There you go.
I do want to throw that out there,
and that's big, by the way, guys.
It truly is.
Take that.
But he can't help who's out there. That's not on him.
Right.
He just goes out there, 56% completion rate. Okay, that's pretty damn average. I'll say that. 256 passing yards, 4 TDs, no picks. All right.
Pedestrian.
That's a good game.
It's a good game. It's
not on the completion percentage, but
it's a good game, but it's still kind of pedestrian for a superstar. I'm just saying.
Goes out there, Pittsburgh.
Oh,
they got flat out embarrassed.
They got embarrassed. Yeah. That was embarrassing,
dude. Seriously,
that was embarrassing.
Now here's the numbers behind this game.
Oh, good God! Don't say
82% completions.
Good.
326 passing yards, and there's your 6 touchdowns and no interceptions. Through the first 2 games of the season, 582 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, no turnovers.
That kid that's balling out.
That is pretty freaking impressive.
That's balling out, baby.
And he's got some weapons. There's no discounting that.
Man.
Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt out of the backfield, Travis Kelce as a tight end.
You could put just if you get just a slightly above average quarterback and put him on that squad, man, they will make him look fantastic. Bortles. But if you put him on that squad, but I'm sorry, Bortles, I'm just messing with you. You had a great game, man. You played fantastic, bro.
Borderline fantastic.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like if you put just a slightly above average quarterback over there, man, with those weapons, you can't do nothing but get good numbers, man.
You would think. There's some quarterbacks that you could put them in that situation. They would still find a way to blow it. But
maybe. I'll put you on that squad, man. I think you would get great numbers, Todd.
I'd be running for my life out there. I'd be like,
look for Travis Kelce. Just find him and throw it.
Hell, I'd just dump it off to Kareem Hunt and be like,
here, run. Man.
I get out there and throw a block or two for him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. You hard-nosed. You hard-nosed, man. You're a block for him.
I'd get laid up, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So, on the total opposite end of the spectrum here, there are a couple of teams, and both of which have quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round this year. That you look at them and you're just like, oh my God,
how do you stink so bad?
This is awful to watch.
How do you smell so bad, baby?
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, like. Yeah, Old Spice could not get rid of this one. I mean, the odor is.
They need an odor eater.
It's putrid. There's no doubt about that. But I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. And the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh boy.
In your opinion.
Oh man.
And your incredibly unbiased, incredibly vicious, unrelenting opinion, who do you feel like should be punching the panic button with just incredible fervor? I mean, dude, I went all out on the damn Vic dictionary.
Yeah, you did. How long did you stay on the dictionary today, man?
About 30 seconds.
Okay, all right, man. Look, you've done good. You sound like Eminem right now. So
you know what? With that vocab, I'll take it. That's a hell of a compliment.
Damn right.
But seriously, though, I mean, those two teams, the Arizona Cardinals, Buffalo Bills. I mean, who do you feel like needs to be just in all-out panic mode?
Check this out, man. I don't care how bad another team stinks. Whenever you have a player that retires at halftime, it's over with for you. You are the worst team in the league at that point, bro.
How long have you been watching football?
Man, since I was itty bitty. And I like I said, and I've been watching it since I was little. I really got serious about it, you know, during the Peyton Manning era. Because I told you when he came in the league, man, I thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I've been watching it since way back in the Montana days, you know, when I was a little kid.
Sure.
Watching Montana and Rice do amazing things and watching Bo Jackson run the ball fantastically.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, you know, I got a chance
what could have been with that?
Yeah, I got a chance to see all of that. And I've seen great players finally have to, you know, throw in the towel. Yeah, I saw my favorite player of all time, who I just mentioned, throw in the towel and give me one of the most emotional press conferences of all time, which is Peyton Manning. But he did it in a classy Peyton Manning way.
As to be expected.
But never has I ever seen a man say, you know what, I'm done at halftime. I am finna retire. My career's over with at halftime.
I mean, I've been following this game now for over a quarter of a century, and I've never seen a player retire at halftime.
Isn't that Vernon Davis' brother?
No. There's no relation between Vernon and Vontae.
Oh, okay. I thought
Davis being the cornerback for the Buffalo Bills.
They look a lot alike
at halftime.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I mean, you know, he was a first round pick. I mean, he did pretty well.
Oh man, he was a good
with
corner.
The Dolphins, and he even had a couple good years with the Colts.
He was a good corner, man. Yes,
solid overall. He's not going to go in the Hall of Fame or anything.
No.
But I mean, he did have a nice career. But sadly, this is how he's going to be remembered. And the Buffalo Bills, I mean...
That's embarrassing, man.
Seriously. Cardinals are bad, too. And I would love to see her make a case for them. Because what they've done is pretty humiliating to sit there and watch. And their first-round pick, Josh Rosen. Have you watched him on the sidelines? I mean, as all this is unfolding, he looks detached. Disinterested.
He looks detached, man.
And whenever he does show any emotion, there's kind of a smirk on his face, and it makes you.
Man, it's like
I don't want to sit here and criticize. I mean, I don't know him personally, and I mean, all you can do is just go off of what you see and hear, based on the camera angles, whenever the camera shoots on him and everything. But the guy seems like an absolute prick.
Hey, man, this is where our disclaimer came in. This is where our disclaimer comes in, because I'm pissed off, right? First off, this might be my boy Fitzgerald last year. He should not have to go out like this.
No.
Fitzgerald is one of the greatest wide receivers that we have ever seen on that field, and he definitely is going in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, there's
for
no
sure.
first ballot.
No, for sure.
No doubt about that.
And he's
such a class act as well.
and he will be mentioned up there with the greats for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I hate to see him have to retire like this, with this prick of a quarterback, with this a-hole of a quarterback, when he had, oh boy. This sucks, man. I'm sorry, Fitzgerald, man. You deserve better than this, bro. And you have been so loyal to that Arizona organization, man. And you've been loyal to have to deal with this in probably your last year, man. This is not right, man.
Definitely not.
I don't dig this
Definitely
whatsoever. I'm not happy about it at all. And this pisses me off, man. It really is. It's ticking me off real bad, man.
You know what I would like to throw out there where Fitzgerald, where he's concerned.
Yeah.
Think of the incredible numbers that he has produced
with the quarterback.
With the quarterback. I mean, he's only had one good quarterback his entire career, really. Kurt Warner. Who's in the Hall of Fame himself.
Yes, indeed. And him and Kurt made magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
He made Carson Palmer he probably the reason why Carson Palmer actually got any contract extension that he might have had over there in Arizona.
Yes, and that I do stand corrected. He's had two really good quarterbacks in his career, and obviously Kurt.
You think Carson is
I think Carson Palmer is a good quarterback, was a good quarterback.
He was okay. Yeah.
I mean, had it not, I mean, he had that gruesome knee injury against the Steelers back in 2006.
I remember
in that wild card game, and it's so unfortunate because whenever that was happening, he was on the verge of becoming one of those next really, really good, great even young quarterbacks.
Absolutely,
But after that, he had some really good years after that, but he never quite got to that elite level. And I think a lot of that is because of that injury that he sustained in that game.
I think so too. I do think that Fitzgerald actually helped him become a better quarterback. Like, I think because over in Arizona, you could see he played with confidence at times, and then at times he would blow games. But but there was times when Carson Palmer looked like, man, there was times when Carson Palmer looked like, I hate to say this name. Sometimes he looked like Tom Brady out there. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Okay, I know. It hurt me to say it.
You need some scope.
Yeah, I'm gonna use soap when it's over with. But
soap. I don't hear the difference.
But there were times when Carson Palmer looked really well. He looked really good, and they actually had times when they made it to the playoffs, and they should have at least made it to the NFC Championship, and they just
I know we totally digress, but we sort of stayed on point.
We're staying on point to say that I'm thinking Carson Palmer over on the sideline or wherever he is looking at this saying, damn, I can't believe my team has failed this far with me being gone.
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So we're still on par with what we're talking about. We're just saying, we're talking about where Arizona was to where Arizona is right now.
I mean, yeah, and I guarantee you whenever the Cardinals acquired Sam Bradford, that they looked at that as, kind of a bridge, to the future, getting ready to usher in the Josh Rosen era.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, it's really hard to stop the bleeding from a gunshot wound with a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on right now. You can, it's such a terrible, terrible fix.
Yeah.
And even whenever Rosen gets in there, I'm not sure he's just gonna make things worse. Just basing it on his mental makeup.
Yeah.
But which of those two teams right now, Arizona and Buffalo, have a more reason to believe that there is a good future ahead of him. Which one deserves to be more optimistic right now?
I think Arizona do. I think Arizona can definitely.
Why?
They are a winning franchise. They know how to put together wins, and they can mature their quarterback. Put him around some veterans.
Okay.
Put him around those vets. Let him mature. Maybe he's still he's laughing and joking and playing around, but he just needs to be matured. He needs to be groomed. I think out of the two franchises, which one has had the most success? I would say Arizona.
Recently, it's been Arizona.
It's been Arizona,
Yeah,
yeah.
I will say that. Yeah.
I think Buffalo is in trouble, and they will be in trouble for years to come. I actually think Arizona can fix what they have. I mean, and plus Arizona got a great coach, man. What's that guy name over that way?
Steve Wilkes, the defensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, man. And I think
Formerly,
yeah. I think he's a good coach. You know what I mean? He did great things over in Carolina.
yeah.
I think that they have more reason to be optimistic than Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo is in trouble, and I think they're going to be in trouble for a while, man. Something is just wrong. I don't know what it is, but something is wrong over there in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Besides the weather. But something is wrong in Buffalo, bro.
We'll say this though, man. Buffalo, they've got some of the greatest fans that there is.
Oh, dude, to sit in
got
that weather?
Got to throw that out there.
Yeah, to sit in that weather and
The
actually
Buffalo
root.
Bill fans. I mean, I tip my cap to you. I'm not going to take my hat off for you because my hair is a freaking mess. But seriously, the Buffalo Bills have some of the greatest fans that you could possibly ask for.
Them cats out there, 20 below weather.
Win, lose, or draw, they love their team.
They do.
They love their team. That is a community based team, and it truly shows.
Oh yeah, man. And you know what, man? That fan base deserved one Super Bowl, man. I mean, they deserve.
I'm just glad they didn't get one of them against us.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man. Look what all that fan base went through. The Jim Kelly era, all that disappointment, man. 4 Super Bowls and not one in your pocket.
Hey, I guarantee you, they would gladly take those days back again.
Man, they would.
I mean, because everybody laughed at that at the time and kind of just made a mockery of it. But now that so much time has gone by,
Oh yeah.
I mean, people look at that. I mean, that was an amazing accomplishment, something that is yet to be duplicated and probably
It never will be. I think that's a record that's going to last forever.
Yeah.
I don't see no other team going to 4
straight Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Not happening.
That ain't happening. I wish that team existed today because I actually think that football team, that Bills team right there with Jim Kelly at the helm could actually win a Super Bowl in this era.
I believe that.
Because I think Jim Kelly would be a better quarterback in this era because he'll be more protected. You know what I mean? You know, you can't touch him these days.
You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that. There was a tweet that came out from Kurt Warner the other day. And it was following the the hit that Clay Matthews had on Kirk Cousins, and Ryan Hale, who is Josh Hale's brother. He's an avid Vikings fan, and Josh Hale, whatever. He's been on the show before, and he's just a phenomenal director, producer, and everything. Hazard does an amazing job as well. Got to throw that out there. I love you, baby.
Hazard.
But this is the tweet that Kurt had sent out.
Okay.
I love the NFL, and I'm just going to directly quote him. I love the NFL, but it's crazy that the numbers that are being put up by quarterbacks and wide receivers due to the fact that the D can't hit them anymore and can't lay hands on them down the field. Everyone is running free the entire game, or it's a penalty. Don't get me wrong, love offense, but better when it's a fair fight.
Yes.
Well said,
Well
Kurt Warner.
said, Kurt Warner. Man, do you know how outstanding the greatest show on turf would have been with these rules?
I can't imagine what Dan Marino would be throwing for 7,000 yards a year.
If Peyton
right now.
had these rules in the beginning of his career before his injury, man, hell, forget that. His 4 years with us. If these rules was in place, his 4 years with us, do you know he would have? He broke many records.
I mean, they kind of were.
They kind of were, but not. I mean, you still could get hit because Peyton got hit a few times. Really good, man. He didn't have this lay down on you type of thing now where you can't even hit it. That wasn't in effect yet. And I'm just saying, like, dude, this would be scary. Montana and Rice would have been, they're already legends. They would have been like beyond legends with these kind of rules, man. I mean, just, oh man, we can go down the line of all the great quarterbacks.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Troy Aikman. Imagine if Aikman had these rules. He wouldn't have to worry about it, man.
He said it himself. I mean, like, I wish these rules were in place while I was playing.
For real.
I mean, seriously.
Tony, imagine how much better Romo would have been with these rules. He wouldn't have felt so pressured, and he wouldn't have had so many back injuries with these rules. You know what
that's
I mean?
true.
Like, wow. But then you think about the rules, right? And then you go back and you look at a game like that New York game against what's the game they just lost? Where they played the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all whooped their ass, right?
6 sacks.
Oh yeah.
I loved
right.
it. I loved every minute of it. And our you know what's crazy? Mm-hmm. Dallas is third in the league in sacks right now. Guess who the two teams are in front of them?
Who?
Chicago's number 1 and Cleveland is number 2.
Oh, I know why Chicago number 1, Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
But let me say something.
I know you're laughing your butt off about that one.
I think that shit hilarious.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing, Raiders?
You know what's funny? This was brought to my attention yesterday. Derek Forney yesterday. Shout out to you, by the way, man.
D. Forn.
He had said that John Gruden in a press conference said it's so hard to find good pass rushers. Dude, you didn't even have to find one. You inherited one of, if not the best in the league. You traded him away.
He didn't want to play with you, dude.
No. And at this juncture, I don't really blame him.
No. If Jack Del Rio would have stayed as the head coach, Khalil Mack would still be there right now.
Probably so.
I think he would. He enjoyed playing for Jack Del Rio. I don't think he wanted to stay and play for Gruden, and that might be something personal, something going on. We don't know what all goes on in the locker room. But
bingo.
I think there was something between him and Gruden that Khalil just wasn't feeling, and he read it going by.
Yeah, something wasn't vibing right with that.
But here's what I'm saying. Like, I was referring to that New York game because here you got 6 sacks and not one flag was thrown. Did you not notice that?
Not one.
Now, that's a little suspect, right? This man get hit 6 times and not one flag, but you barely touch Kirk Cousins. You barely touch Tom Brady. You barely touch Aaron Rodgers. But you got poor Eli Manning over there running for his life with an offensive line that is consistent of high schoolers, basically. They play like high schoolers. Getting hit 6 times.
Supposedly revamped.
Yeah, revamp my ass. Getting hit 6 times and not one flag flies in the air. That is weird. That is not fair. Where do these rules come from? Stafford. No flag. Oh,
that's a fact.
Cam Newton. Man, I watched Newton get blistered and no flag.
And I know that you don't even like Cam Newton.
I hate Cam Newton.
But
yeah.
Fair is fair is fair.
Fair is fair, yeah.
If you're going to have some of these calls, consistency.
Right.
No favoritism.
But Von Miller said it best. How do you expect us to get him down? What do you want? What as a pass rusher? What do you want me to do? How do I get the quarterback down? He said that during the interview. They were interviewing him, one of these guys, and they asked him, and they just asked him a question. They're like, "So with these new rules, Von, how do you like doing your job?" He's like, "Man, I love my job, but I don't know how they want me to get him down." I mean,
you know what my response would have been? I don't know. You tell me.
For real.
Because, I mean, seriously.
You know what my response would have been? Put a flag on their waist so I can yank it and the play can stop. Let's go ahead and put a flag on the quarterback.
Get it over with.
Get it over with because that's where you're headed.
Coming.
NFL, that's where you're headed. Put a flag on the quarterback so we can just pull that and the play can stop. That way,
blow the whistle.
Yeah, and the pass rushers can still have. Yeah, there you go, man.
Sorry, I'm ruthless.
He is ruthless, but that's the truth, man. Hey, man, put a flag on the quarterback. All the other players can still get hit. Running backs, wide receivers, everybody who gets the ball, who you hit, they get hit, right? But for the quarterback, since y'all want to protect them so much, since you want them to play till they're 50. Then go ahead and put a flag on them. So all they got to do is yank the flag and your little precious quarterbacks won't get hit. Boom.
Yep. You know what?
NFFL. The National Flag Football League. Let's go.
Thank you for bringing forth confirmation to that lovely acronym. So anyway, we wanted to do something that we have never done before on the show, and I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really cool. And we're going to move at breakneck speed for this thing.
I like it.
It's not as polished right now as what we would like for it to be. It's still kind of in our experimental stage. So just bear with us, and we will definitely get better at it. But we wanted to pick the games. And we're going to make this we're going to make it fun. We're going to make it quick.
Oh yeah.
Because Lord knows there's a lot of games to burn through right now. So we're going to be just flying at it crazy. And I'm just going to throw this one on you right now. Two teams kind of at a crossroads right now. Both the division opponents, Saints, Falcons. Drew Brees, Matt Ryan meet for the 20th time in their careers. Who you got, Jay?
Who is the home team?
Falcons. This is not breakneck speed.
No, it's not because you have to think on this one because this is a division game.
It truly, yeah.
The Falcons really play good at home.
Hot at stake.
And they got a good running game, just like the Saints got a good running game. Oh God, Jesus! I'm gonna go on a limb and say that I'm gonna say Atlanta. I mean,
you're going with the Falcons. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man. They've been playing pretty good. That last game they played was really good.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that one. Watch. I'm gonna eat it because I think the Saints probably gonna beat them. But I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Saints.
Yeah.
Not because I don't feel like Atlanta can get the job done at home, but I feel like the Saints have been kind of they've severely underachieved at this point. Somewhere here they got to wake up. They got to wake up.
And
I think tomorrow is the day that it happens
against their rivals.
Yes, that's what I feel like is going to happen with that one.
Well said.
Let's see here. Oh, you have some emotional stake in this one. The Broncos and the Ravens.
Broncos. Ravens play terrible. They have been playing terrible. They are horrible. It's about time for Flacco to put the mantle down. And you know how this is going to play out? This is going to be the game where they see it's time for Flacco to put that mantle down because Von Miller and Chubb is going to have a eating party with Joe Flacco. They're going to meet up in the middle. It's going to be a bang. And y'all know what kind of bang I'm talking about. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Bang, bang.
Okay. You know what?
Ready, baby. Give me the game.
I'm going to say that the Broncos remain undefeated as well.
Yes, indeed.
I see them going to 3-0. Mm-hmm. And I do like what you're saying. I think that this is the opportunity right now. This is the time to kind of usher in the Lamar Jackson era.
It's that time.
And I think it's probably going to be because of the immense pressure that's going to be on Flacco. It's going to force him to make some bad decisions.
It is.
So I'm going to say that at some point in this game, Flacco either gets hurt or he's going to get yanked.
He's going to get sidelined.
One or the other.
I agree.
So Lamar Jackson comes in.
And they still lose.
Then they still lose. Let's see here.
Next.
The Cat Attack. Bengals and Panthers.
Don't care. But since
you got to pick it. You got to pick it, man.
Since you're pulling my leg, I'm going with Carolina Panthers. You got to go with Carolina as long as they have Cam Newton. I don't have a lot of stake in the Red Rooster, so I'm going with Carolina.
I'm sticking with the Red Rooster on this one, man.
You gonna stick with the Rooster?
But Bengals have really impressed me.
The
first couple games.
Yeah, you're right.
And there's Carolina really doesn't have anybody that can hang with AJ Green.
Yeah,
I love true. Boyd as a second receiver. They finally have a good one that they can rely on.
Okay.
Now that Marvin Jones is in Detroit. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Okay, I think you're going with a really good choice.
Okay, thank you.
Good choice.
Oh gosh, snooze alert! Gee whiz, two teams that have definitely underachieved at this point as well that we did not mention a word about here: the Giants and the Texans. Yeah, there's your snooze alert right there. Okay. God, do I have to pick somebody? I think that the Giants win this game. I think that they were humiliated on national TV by the Cowboys last week, And somewhere here, I mean, Texans don't really have anybody that can hang with Odell. I think Barkley has himself a good game.
Hey man, I think I'm with you. I think the Giants going to win. There's pressure on that O-line to protect Eli Manning, and they better step up to the plate or else some people going to get moved around. So, yes, they're going to protect him this game. Eli's going to get some great pass. Odell going to have a breakout game. Their running back is phenomenal. The defense going to step their butts up. I see the Giants doing their thing.
Giants to win. Okay.
Yes.
Thought that was a snooze alert. Here's a real one. Titans and Jaguars. I mean, I don't think there's a bigger gimme game in the league playing out this week than this one here. So I'm just going to cut to the chase real quick. Jaguars last week, they beat the Patriots. They did this without Tom Brady, or excuse me, without. Let me rephrase that. Without Leonard Fournette in the backfield. Yeah, but in one of these games, Blake Bortles is going to have to put the team on his back and win by himself. That's not going to happen this week. He's not going to have to. Defense takes care of everything. Jaguars run away with this one, no problem.
Well, hey, man, Jacksonville. Dude, Jacksonville is on a Super Bowl hunt, and they are primed.
They're on their first 2-0 record right now since 2006.
They're primed and ready. They made a – yeah, I'm going Jaguars. They are primed and ready. They made a statement last week. That was a statement. That
sure.
Patriots, it's a change of a guard, though. It's the change of the guard. We are the AFC team to beat, not you. We're the man. Titans, you better bring your A game or somebody's going to get hurt. Jaguars for sure.
All right, cool. Let's see. Up next, 49ers and Chiefs.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of an interesting game.
That's a very interesting game. Two great quarterbacks going head up.
I mean,
average defenses.
Yeah.
I'm going with Jimmy G.
That could be a shootout right there.
I'm going with Jimmy G and the 49ers, man. I'm going with the 49ers. I believe that Jimmy is ready to rise to the occasion, and he showed that last week.
He's gonna have to, and he's gonna have to win in a shootout. I don't know if
it's gonna be a shootout. Yes,
I think obviously Kansas City has more weapons. Yeah. As much as I would like to say 49ers, I'm gonna say the Chiefs. I'm going to say the Chiefs stay undefeated in this game.
You're going to say the Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with Kansas City.
Okay, well. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, you okay. All right, you're right. I guess I'm just hoping.
Don't be indecisive, man. Just pick a team and roll with it.
Maybe I'm just hoping that Jimmy G go ahead and beat these dudes, man.
I would love for that to be the case, too, and I know for obvious reasons you certainly would.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Jimmy G. Okay, let's go.
Raiders and Dolphins. If we would have been talking about this matchup in the early 70s, that would have been really, really great. But not today. Right now, all three teams in Florida are currently undefeated. Yeah, that's amazing to think about, but it's the truth.
Miami is going to beat that butt.
John Gruden, for obvious reasons, has not won a football game since 2008. That's 10 years ago.
Smack that, get on the floor.
I don't see it happening tomorrow. I'm going with the Dolphins.
No way, man. The Raiders are finna go ahead. Y'all suck, man.
Raiders 0-3 coming up.
True Raider hater. You're going down. Miami got these fools.
The next matchup, Bills and Vikings. I think things go from bad to worse for the Vikings, or excuse me, for the Bills, because if they thought their competition before was hard, they're going up against a Super Bowl contender right now with one of, if not the best defenses in the league.
This is like
Josh Allen is in for a rude awakening. I'm going with the Vikings.
This is like kicking a man while he's already down. Man, Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. We're just going to make it out one quick.
Yeah.
Colts and Eagles. Wentz versus Luck. This has some intrigue.
Not for me. I hate the Colts, and I'm not a big fan of Andrew Luck. I think that the Eagles going to get back to prime, rare form. They're ready for their young quarterback to come back, and he's going to come back with a bang. And that defense is ready to go, and Andrew Luck throws 4 picks, game over with. They're going to lose. Eagles win.
Okay. I feel like the Eagles are going to win also, mostly because I think that defense is going to take to heart what just happened to them against Tampa. Wentz is going to come out with a bang. I agree with what you're saying on that. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles, but I think it's going to be tighter than what you're thinking.
It might be, man, because, Andrew Luck just one of those dudes that you just can't get away, man.
Yeah,
kind of
hangs around.
Yeah, kind of like crabs, man. You just can't get rid of them, man. I don't know, man. How much you scratch, it just don't go away. And I look at Andrew Luck like that, you know what I mean?
Mature audiences only, huh?
Yeah, mature. Yeah. I don't really like you, Luck. But I like you, but then I don't like you. You took my man's job, and I don't dig that. I don't like you.
It's not his fault.
I don't like it very much, man.
All right, so moving on here. Packers and Redskins.
That's a game.
Aaron Rodgers did not really look that good last week against the Vikings.
He's hurt.
I mean, he's hurt. Yeah. So blah blah blah. Whatever.
He's hurt.
And that is against a very 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 elite defense.
Yeah.
Washington does not have that, but I tell you what they do have. They got pressure up the middle.
Yeah, they do.
And that's going to force Rodgers to have to escape the pocket. He's not very mobile right now.
No, he's not.
So, you know what? I'm going to go with the Redskins in an upset. I'm going with the Redskins, man.
I will totally disagree with that. I think Aaron Rodgers, man, regardless of how hurt he is, though, he's going to show up. He's going to show out. He has to. He's going against Alex Smith in the offense.
Alex Smith, this is his coming out party.
Alex Smith, it can put up points. And so the Packers are going to have to put up points with him, and I think Aaron Rodgers is more than willing to go with that shootout. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
All right, fine. Next up, the LA Bowl, right? The first time two teams have met in LA, matching up against each other since 1994. I'm talking about the Los Angeles Chargers and the LA Rams.
Cry me a river.
I mean, I like the Chargers, but seriously, the Rams are Super Bowl contenders right now. They've humiliated the first two teams that they played. I can't go against them. I'm going with the Rams.
Hey, man, we all know that Cry Me a River is a gunslinger. You sling guns on this team right here, you get picked. This is a no-fly zone from 2015 Denver Broncos right here, baby. You don't throw on this team, man. This team is dangerous. Yeah. And they can't run the ball. They can't do anything. They're done. It's definitely the Rams. I mean.
Wholeheartedly agree. And moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. The Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, man.
Dude.
Jesus.
Arizona has difficulty putting up points anyway, and now they're going to go up against Chicago's defense.
They got to back up.
That's not going to happen.
They got a couple of backup quarterbacks, don't they? They're going to need them.
They may this could be Josh Rosen's first game that he comes in and plays, just like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, Chicago goes out there and they beat the holy hell out of the Cardinals. I don't even think this one's close.
Khalil Mack, 4 sacks. It's over with, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chicago, for sure.
All right. A lot of people are kind of picking this one to be the game of the week right now, man. Cowboys and Seahawks.
It is the game of the week.
It has a lot of intrigue, and understandably so.
It is.
Russell Wilson going up against a much improved Dallas Cowboy defense.
Yeah.
And
I don't feel like that can score now.
I still don't really like our offense very much. I will say that I think that our offensive line did much better last week than what they did the previous week.
Exactly.
But And I'm going to pick the Cowboys, even though it's in Seattle, and I think it's going to be a close game.
It's going to be loud, yeah.
But I think our defense is going to be too much for Russell Wilson and that Seattle offensive line to handle. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Yeah, because that O-line garbage. And the D can definitely get to him. He's going to have to scramble, run, and protect himself. I just feel like Zeke done found, last week was a big game for you guys, man. Zeke ready, Dak ready. Them boys need to put up points. They know what they need to do to impress their slave master. They're going to do it, Cowboys.
Okay. Cowboys on. We're all on the Cowboys here.
You going to win, Jerry?
Oh, my gosh. All right. The Sunday night matchup, and this one obviously has a lot of intrigue. The Lions and the Patriots. Matt Patricia versus his old teacher, kind of thing. Bill Belichick. Belichick is 11-4 against his former assistants whenever they do match up.
Yeah.
I think the Lions I think they would have more of a chance if they weren't missing as many pieces as they're missing. TJ Lang is still MIA. Darius Slay suffered a concussion last week. I'm not sure if he's going to be ready to play. They don't have Ziggy Ansah either. I think because of what happened against the Jaguars last week, Patriots are going to come out. They're going to use this as a whipping game. I hate saying it. I'm going with the Patriots, and I don't think it's going to be close.
Man, Hazard, forgive me, but Belichick is going. He gets a pleasure out of spanking his former coaches, and he's finna feel real good. Man, Belichick probably gonna go pop him a blue pill after the game. He's gonna make sure that he spanks his old. He gonna spank that boy. It's over for you, Patricia. I'm sorry, it's gonna be a blowout. I'm with you. I think it's gonna be a blowout. He's gonna sick his bloodhound Tom Brady on him. Get him. And he's gonna be in.
The only counterpoint that I'm going to make on this one here, just really quick, if there's anybody who knows
Belichick,
Tom Brady, it's
Patricia.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing right there.
That is
against him every single day for several years.
That's the X factor.
And New England does not have as many weapons as what they used to have.
Right. And just to add, I want to add this in here. If there's an upset and this pick isn't right, I'm more than willing to suck this down.
Yeah, please let us be wrong. Please, for the love of God,
Detroit,
let us be wrong.
Make me be wrong. Please, make me eat these words, man. I'll eat that down. Beat these punks.
Yes.
Please, God.
And last but not least, a matchup that I think a lot of people, whenever they were making the schedule, were like, "Oh, this ought to be kind of a gimme game here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going against the Bucks." Dude, everything is flipped on this one now. All of a sudden, seriously, Bucks come into this game, and I think they're the favorites.
They are the favorites,
and because Pittsburgh these first 2 weeks they've struggled.
Yes.
Fitz magic continues this week. Hocus freaking pocus, dude. I'm going with the Bucks.
I got one word. Minus Le'Veon Bell. As long as Le'Veon Bell is on that sideline and not willing to play, I can't pick Pittsburgh, man. I'm going with the Bucks, baby.
James Conner has played pretty well in his absence,
but
Juju Schuster-Smith, man, that's a hard name to say, but it's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Has done really well. I think the problem now has become Antonio Brown.
Well,
because man.
He is acting weird, man.
Oh, gosh.
He's acting weird, man. I mean,
dude, get your head on straight, man.
What's wrong with that cat, man?
I mean, he's done as well as as great as he is, and I understand whenever you win, it cures a lot. And they've not done very well, only because of the fact that they don't have a win yet.
Yeah.
But dude, seriously. He's one of those guys that's so enamored by his numbers and his stats that he can't see the big picture. If I was playing, dude, I would much rather get 2 catches for 16 yards and win than 9 grabs for $150, 2 TDs and lose.
This is another one of those cases that I said Arizona that Fitzgerald is going through. I feel like Big Ben, which could possibly be his last season.
Big Ben strikes midnight.
He doesn't deserve this.
Boom.
He doesn't deserve this. He don't deserve his number one running back sitting on his butt needing money. He don't deserve dealing with his number one wide receiver whining because his numbers ain't looking right. This is not how you want to retire, man. You don't want to go out like this, man. And Tom Brady, you're going through some similar stuff too, man. You done lost all your weapons. It's gonna be a bad time to retire right here, bro. You're gonna hate retiring on this note. So
I understand that.
It just sucks, man. You know they don't deserve this, man. Big Ben don't deserve it. Tom Brady, you totally deserve what you're getting, but Ben don't deserve this, man.
Okay, so I'm on the Bucks. Who do you got?
I'm Bucks.
Buccaneers as well.
It's
okay,
Bucks, man.
So any closing remarks before we end the show?
Man, it's some punks in the NFL now, man. You dudes are just...
There's a lot of people that would agree with that.
Yeah, y'all are some punks, man. You have put money above the team. You've put your own personal problems above the team, man. This was not a problem back in the day. This sucks, man. And it's bothering me as far as this. And I told you, you've seen my expression when we start talking about Arizona, when we start talking about Pittsburgh. You see how emotionally it bothers me. I'm tired of these punks, man. They're ruining good teams, man. You know, and it's just not. It's not fair, man.
It truly isn't.
Not fair, man.
There's some guys who are, class acts. I mean, that go out there that put the team above their own individual accolades, i.e. Fitzgerald. I mean, we already talked about that.
Right.
I mean, that do not deserve what they're currently getting.
Right.
And
Big Ben puts his body on the line, man. I mean, I watch him put his body on the line against Kansas City, man. He's really digging deep and giving everything he got for this last run, man. And the beautiful thing about that is, well, it's not beautiful. This is a sad thing about it. They don't throw flags on Ben either. Ben get hit all the time, and they don't throw flags on this dude either. So he's out here putting his guts and glory for this last run, and no one is coming along with him, and it's pissing me off, man. I mean, it's not right, bro.
No, definitely not.
And that's my closing words on things, man.
All right. Well, everybody knows, I mean, where we're all standing here on these games now.
Right.
Tune in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
For our next show. We're going to be doing some more pick'em games. We got, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of material to cover.
Oh, absolutely.
And also, I'm going to actually my wife and I, we're going to go to the Dallas-Detroit game next week. So be ready for a quickie live broadcast from Big D. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Similar to the way that it was whenever I was in San Francisco at the Golden Gate Bridge, giving a quick update on the two Bay Area teams.
That's what's up, dude.
So, yeah, it's going to be kind of fun.
I'm excited, man. Y'all gonna actually be at the game, bro.
Yeah.
What?
True that.
Who that?
And then next month we're going to Denver as well. So I'm gonna do a little something while we're in Denver. Yes, sirree.
Jelly.
What's it night on the road, son?
I'm a little jelly. You know what I mean?
And I'm a little hungry. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch us
Appreciate you guys,
here.
man.
Sports at Night, real fans, real talk. On behalf of all of us here at the SAC.
Yeah.
Todd Knight, your host. Jevon Superman Miller. Hazar, thank you for directing. As always, you're a phenomenal, amazing lady. I love you. And I love all of our fans out there, too. So with that being said, see you on the other side, baby.
Cam. That's let you know who will see you.
Jevon Miller.
All right. Hey, let me know, man. Cam, what's up, man? I'm tired of him showing his chest.
You know who's really Superman on that team? Luke. Yep. He's the real Superman. All right. So, yep. We out.